Members must use. Okay, I think that's what it is. All right, so Dr. Marley Chunger, we're about to get him in here. Let me know if you guys can hear him. Let me know if you can talk, Dr. Marley Chunger.
Yep.
Hello. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How are we doing?
I'm doing awesome. How are you, man?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. When was the last time we hanged out last time? It was like, what, a year ago?
Houston, a year ago, yeah. Seems like a long time, hey?
Yeah. You gotta come down here after the virus again.
Yeah, gee, Chris, we hung out without you. Everyone got the memo.
Yeah,
Chris, you're not even in Houston anyway.
Yeah, so Marley Chunger, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself so the team kind of gets, knows some stuff that you may be able to share.
I'm a Capricorn. I like long walks on the beach, holding hands and talking about my feet. No, that's not my profile pic. That's Hunter S. Thompson. Jeez.
Yeah.
Got to learn how to read a book. So actually, there's something I wanted to talk about today.
Sure.
I am cutting out. What do you mean, D-Money? Your internet's not working? Am I on a walkie-talkie? Yeah.
Well, I guess a little bit cutting in and out. Maybe we gotta adjust a little bit of that voice. Do you know how to go to the settings on the voice, right? Like, I'm not sure, because I know it's your first time coming in here, so we might have to adjust a little bit for you. How about the automatically determine input sensitivity under the voice and video? Is that?
User settings, voice and video, default speakers, headset, refresh. Where am I going?
The input sensitivity, turn that off, and then put that bar all the way to the negative 98 dB. See if that helps.
Input volume, output volume.
Yeah, no, just leave those alone. Input volume all the way, output volume halfway. Input
voice activity, automatically determine sensitivity off.
Yep. All the way to negative 98 dB. Move that bar to that left side.
There. How's that?
I think, hopefully that will be better.
Okay, it's all green now. Is that what it's supposed to be?
I think so, yeah. So I think that should be better, guys, yeah.
Okay. In a tunnel. No, I'm not in a tunnel. Everyone's at home, bro. You guys are really cracking out. So, listen, I wanted to actually talk about something today, among other things.
Sure.
First thing is swing trading. So what exactly is swing trading, and what's the purpose, and what's the point? One of the things that's different, so a lot of people think like, oh, I'm going to show up to the Swing Chat channel, and I'm going to scroll through and find some alerts, and then I'm going to go all in on them, and then I'm going to just make millions of dollars. But the difference to categorize swing trading from momentum trading is that in swing trading, I think it is a little bit more important to check on money flow. What does that mean? It means what we're trying to do is understand what industries or what areas are gaining in the heat map of money going into those equities or those choices. So if that's the fundamental importance of swing trading, like let's try to figure out where is everybody going to rush to in the future, in the next week or the week after. The things that are important for swing trading then are, and swing trading obviously is defined as not day traded. So you're holding a stock for more than 24 hours. It doesn't cause you to lose a day trade or anything like that. We're talking about 24 hours. So that's the important thing about swing trading. And what you need to think about is having lists for each one of those areas of stocks that have moved in the past, and then putting criteria around those stocks. So it gets a little bit more complicated than watching daily momentum in a few tickers and choosing the ones that you think that are going to bounce off the 200 or off the 50 or things like that. It's more, your journaling becomes really crucial to building out lists for swing trading. So if we could use an example from, oh my God, I think it was 2 years ago now on this, in the Mr. Investor room where we were doing crypto. Do you remember that? That was crazy. We had a list. It was Mara, it was Riot, it was DPW, it was TEUM, for some dumb reason, that robot company TRXC was like in with all of them. For a few others, IGC. Oh, remember IGC?
Yeah.
And here at IGC made $1 trillion, something like that. MTT Rip, I think his name was. He did really well in the IGC. And so that list was really important to keep and to watch. And so CEI breaking out now. Yeah, this is a good point too. Like as oil swung back in to fashion, we had a list of 10 oil tickers, low float oil tickers, love to spike, love to issue news, totally scammy. And CEI is like the top of that list to make fun of CEI all the time. So there's CEI, and then there's, PRN and a bunch of other ones. I can't off the top. I'm trying to talk about this money flow thing first. So, there was crypto, then there was pot stocks, right? Remember PRON and CGC and TLRY and all of those ones. And then, obviously, then we got into the flu season and coronavirus. The thing about the flu season and coronavirus that was so easy was it was of tickers that we had from back when SARS happened, and went back when it actually was the Ebola list. It wasn't the SARS list, because I don't think that much excitement happened around SARS. It's just penetration. The mortality rate was high, but the number of people that actually caught SARS wasn't even that high. So, and also SARS, like you really had to be pretty sick with SARS in order to catch it. But Ebola caught a lot of heat because people were bleeding out of their eyeballs, and so that caused a lot of people to get excited. So there was a whole Lake and APT and Codex. They were all back in the Ebola days were hot tickers, and so you just keep track of those. So that's crucial in swing trading, is to make sure that you understand where is money going to now. The second mental principle that's really important for everybody to understand is this. When you do swing trading, people always say, like, know your risk and know your entries and your exits and plan your trade. You should plan out the trade. And so with momentum trading, honestly, for me, sometimes that's confusing, because my momentum trade is like, watch the momentum, buy, and then sell it as soon as you can to take money. That's the trading plan, right? But with swing trading, you got to be a lot more detailed. So you have to think in fractions. And my testing, I've been doing this for 10 years now. My testing on swing trading has led me to understand that I tend to think in fifths. So 1/5 is the way that I think about the world of equities. It's easy for me to conceptualize in 1/5. Some people are a third. Some people are a fourth. Some people are a fifth. I don't think anybody does a half. And let me explain how it works. So the trading account that I use for all of the stuff that I do on the Mr. Investor channel is 25 grand. It's an extra 5 grand, so it's a total of 30. But that 5 grand extra is for like, oh crap moments, or like, holy cow, something's really going crazy moments, or something like that. So I trade 25K a day. If I take that 25K and I break it out into 5 different tickers. So if I'm fully invested in tickers all at once, all my money is invested. I've invested 25K and it's 5 different tickers, because that's pretty much what I can pay attention to. I can't, if it goes above 5, I start to lose it. Like if I'm trading 10 tickers at once, it's just too much for me. So APT is doing well, $17 next. Keep it on going. Hey, guess where APT was a swing trade way back in the day? Yeah, I think it was, I was joking the other day, but I think we were in APT at the very beginning in January, somewhere around $3.40. But again, an example of keeping lists and watching the money flow. Back to the fractional positioning. So a full position for me on any ticker is 5 grand US. This is something like I never knew until I joined this room. Like I figured all of this stuff out as we've been trading and doing swings and doing momentum and whatnot. In the old days, before I ever came to the Mr. Investor channel, I would just throw 50 grand at the ticker, right? All at once. Like no idea of how high my position size should be or how small it should be. I had no idea that these small tickers that we play that have a tendency to move as fast as they do, that kind of thing actually just throws the whole chart out of whack, and money makers will see it and short funds will see it, and they'll just take your money. So 5 grand maximum per ticker per play. But when I trade them, I start with a starter position. And again, it's just coincidental that it's 1/5 and 1/5. So I do my positioning in 1/5. So my initial starting position, $1,000 into a ticker, and then I'll trade around that. So if it drops, $1,000 positions. Gee, Chris, that's right. So if it drops down to support at any of the lines that I'm drawing, or it drops down to, usually on our tickers, you can run on a quarter different intervals. So $1, $1.25, $1.50, $1.75, $2. Those are all good support levels. I'll add. I will accumulate. I never say averaging down because that's for losers, and we'll talk losers in a second. But I just accumulate another position as I go down. So I'll have 2/5 of the position, and then if it drops even further, I'll get 3, 4, or 5/5 of a position. When I'm at 5/5, it's a full position. I don't do anything. I just leave it. Not allowed to add. It's a rule. It's a law. You can't break that law, or I can't. This is all my own personal experience that I'm just sharing. So I will sell as the ticker starts to go up, and I don't ever actually end up with quote-unquote house money rolling for the rest of the week to see what happens. When a ticker goes from swing chat and it's alerted in the momentum channel, I wait until after that first price target hits and I start exiting, right? I will start exiting that position, but if it has hit in the momentum channel, which is what I call team chat, I will get out of that position that day. I don't hold on to a swing trade after day traders have started trading with it, because typically the next day it just gets destroyed. And it's really rare to see stock tickers go up for 2 or 3 or 4 days, especially the ones that I tend to trade as swing trades, right? So that's basically it about positioning. So a starter position is 1/5 of your full position, and I add as it goes up or as it goes down, and I exit all of them once it hits, the first alert in the momentum channel. And that's it. That's like the basics of swing trading. Positioning is super important. The other thing that's really important in swing trading is your entries, because you're planning on holding for at least 24 hours, if not, up to 10 days. And you want to make sure that your position buying in is actually a decent one. So, we joke around about slapping the ask and chasing this and that. But the reality is that you should really only be doing swing trades in limit orders. And you should just be patient and wait until it gets filled. And hard to figure out where's the ideal entry for those positions. The ideal thing, if you want to talk about charts, you want to talk about how Cousin Eddie does it and whatnot, the 50 moving average is quite good in swing trading. So what you want is a stock that's above the 50 MA and bouncing on the 50 MA, and then just put your buy in at the 50 MA. What you don't want is one that's below the 50 and then keeps hitting its head on it until at some point in time it gets a bunch of volume and blasts through it. And then is a good time to actually start buying it. That's it, man. That's pretty much what I got. Oh, yeah. How often do you hold longer than 10 days? What's the longest hold time been? I think TTOO we held for a while. That was a tough one. But again, there are some tickers that we do in the swing channel where AIHS. Yeah, that was a good one too. AIHS, we kicked ass on. I would kick the butt. I don't think they like it.
Nah, you get it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, AIHS was great. But here's a ticker that really pisses me off is BIMI, because we talk about it sometimes and I yell in the general chat about BIMI and whatnot. Here's what happened with BIMI. We talked about BIMI in the swing chat, and there were a ton of new people that got into BIMI and they went all in. And the reason you can't, that just opened up a whole discussion topic, right? Which is, you have to, all trading, everything about trading it's about you. It's not about Marley Chunger. It's not about Mr. Investor. It's really the individual examining themselves and figuring out what it is you're good at, what it is you're not good at, what it is that you've been successful at, and what it is that you haven't. I mean, I think if Ace is Up actually tracked herself in her trading, she's probably the absolute best after-hours trader we have. And there's no doubt. I'd say at least once a week, she nails an after-hours trade at 4:30, 5 o'clock, that skyrockets. And so watching Ace's alerts after hours is really good. I mean, solid. But you've got to do it yourself. This is where the hard work comes in. Everyone's always like, you got to put the work in, you got to put the work in. The work is actually working on yourself and looking internally as to what you're good at, what you're not good at, what you tend to lose your mind at, what you don't. If you're rushing into trades, if you're getting super excited, you're doing the wrong thing, you need to stop, slow down, and take a breath, walk outside like our Perez does. CI's hitting our price target. Come on, baby.
Yep.
Trader McCrum must be so mad.
Why?
I pick on Trader McCrum so much because last time CEI spiked, he was totally right. He was like, everyone get in CEI, it's going to spike. And everyone gave him a hard time. He was like, whatever, dude, that stock stinks. And then it totally did. It went crazy. And then this time I was like, oh, your CEI's funny. He's like, I'm not touching that one anymore. I mean, it's like kind of his ticker. That's another thing. Like, if you've traded a ticker and you're good at it and you've watched it and you know how it behaves and it's like, you're familiar with it, it's a good idea to keep it on your list. Oh, that's how I really do think. People always ask me, like, how do you figure out these tickers? How do you know, like, the swing trades and whatnot? I have about 200 tickers that I track constantly. And I just have a spreadsheet that actually calculates when was the last time they issued news, when was the last time that they spiked, how long it's been since they issued news, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, wouldn't you say that it's like literally once you have those 200 lists, it's kind of like just rinse and repeat. Like you just know.
Totally rinse and repeat.
Exactly. That's why people need to stay in the game and just be consistent, and they'll know, like, oh, I remember this stock. It's just like it did this last time, and you just know it's gonna do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I think sometimes, like Ted or Kratos, when he posts some of his stuff, like, oh, that SFPT is a total rat dog turd burger, and it's gonna like lose all its gains. He's totally right, but he's also missing the point that, well, before it does lose all its gains, it spikes like crazy. So he should have been jumping into that one instead of being negative about it, right? It's about your mindset. You got to like fix your mindset and know that, yes, everything is trash. Yes, everything goes down eventually. Yes, everything does that. But they do behave in a repetitive fashion. So, yeah, it might drop after it spikes, but first it's going to spike. Just remember that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I know BIMI moves when people don't pay attention to it. Okay, back to the BIMI thing. So what happened with BIMI was in the swing channel, CEI, boom. Everybody's jumping on that one. High day. Good times.
Yep.
This is all that because Trump said that Russia and the Saudis are going to cut 10 million barrels of oil. Who knows if that'll happen, but we can play the tickers. So the BIMI, because so many people went all in on that, you can't go all in. It ruins your psychology. It ruins everybody's psychology, actually. It's just not possible for you to go in all in on a ticker and win, I would say, in a decade more than once. It's just not possible. Like the MMs somehow know this stuff and they just crush it and they take everybody's money. It's just like psychologically, it's horrible. It throws you off your mental game. It's just horrible. So, you have to make sure to live by the rules that you set for yourself. That it's Mark Douglas that said that trading. The thing about trading is that it's infinitely free in the sense of freedom. It doesn't cost you money. It's infinite. You have infinite freedom. And so, how do you use sentiments in your swing trading? Oh yeah, I just post on stock tweets. Totally the opposite of what I'm on stock. So
yeah, like don't follow everything you hear. Don't ever.
Well, so the thing about having a trade alert for swing trades is that, like, it's just not possible to put a swing trade alert channel in so that you just jump in and follow them and then you don't pay attention to the swing trade, because what I just said is true. We do fractional investment into these tickers, and if you're not paying attention, you wait one day and TTOO is down 35%, and you're like, what the hell's going on? I'm selling this crap. Chunger loser. And all at the same time, in the swing chat, we're adding. Right? We added to TTOO, I think, 4 times on the wait point. And in the bottom, we knew was the bottom, and then it skyrocketed, and everyone got out with a ton of money. That was great. It was a beautiful play. Trib was a good example, too. Oh, Trib. Like, Trib is a good example of being lucky, but I'll take the luck sometimes. Like, the universe was smiling on us that day. Holy cow. What they did in earnings, and it was horrible. But they did mention coronavirus like 5 times in the earnings, so it spiked. Everyone got out like we jumped out as fast as possible. So if we do an alert in swing chat, the concern I have is that people will just be like, oh, it's still good to jump into this alert right now, right? And then they go all in because they lost a bunch of money in the momentum channel and they want to make it all up in their revenge trading and doing everything wrong that they're not supposed to be doing. And there you go. So I think it's important if you want to swing trade to stay in the swing chat, read it, get chat with people, talk about your positions, admit, your tickers where you're above and below. Oh, pet peeve, by the way. Don't bring your momentum channel tickers over to swing chat and expect us to clean your butt. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Like, you got in a position in momentum, you bought it at the absolute top, and in swing chat and being like, hey, guys, should we average down here on this? Oh, it drives me crazy.
That's so true, yeah.
But sentiment in swing trading, Chris, like I honestly will go on stock twits and say things like, there's no way this, the stock is a total POS, it's going bankrupt, you should dump it as soon as possible. Because I know it's been proven that stock twit sells that sentiment to the funds so that the funds can use that sentiment and try to get all the money away from people on Robinhood. And Robinhood sells the sentiment too. That's how Robinhood makes money. So they tell major funds, it's like, hey, in pre-market, all the kids are buying IGC. And then they get on and they just short it. Anyway, sorry, I'm ranting a bit. I had 1/5 position. So when you start out, does that mean 1K entry goes to stopping station at 1K up to 5K max? Did I hear that right? Yeah, that's Luke Simonetti. Hey, that's like your name. You should put your social security number in there. I'm just kidding. So usually I play in 1/5 position. Sometimes I will add in higher, like it's 3/5 if it's at a bottom and I see it starting to get support. It's rare for me to add if the stock is going up. I'll just leave it and let it go, even if I only have $1,000 in it. Just, it's in swing chat, we tend not to actually chase after things because in a lot of cases you can easily get burnt. Especially for people, remember in that channel, the swing chat channel is for people that don't have, thanks Secret, kids that don't have a lot of day trades, right? I know we've talked a bunch of times about why don't you ever short, just curious. It's just psychological. I don't feel like the short funds, I realize that the short funds are there. Make sure your spelling and grammar is correct because we're talking about money and precision and accuracy. I don't feel like the short funds are there because they act as a backup to the SEC because the SEC has like 3 people and they don't pay attention to anything. So their assumption is if people can short stocks, then they'll be doing all of the research and making sure that these equities are, bad companies, and so they're proving that they are, not as good as they've been promoting themselves to be. I don't know. For me, it's just more of I try to be optimistic and creative and expansive. I'm not a huge fan of that methodology. I know there's a lot of new kids and whatnot on the other sides of those trades that just tend to get destroyed, and it's not me. I know people are really good at it, and I realize that there is a value added to the market because of it, and it has to be there because the SEC sucks. So, I do appreciate that they're there and they're doing that kind of stuff. Do I use short interest into my trading? No, never. It doesn't matter. I mean, people post about that on stock bits all the time. 98% short. Dude, it's the biggest short stock ever in the history of mankind. It's going to be short burn. Never happens. That's like mergers and acquisitions. That crap, oh my God. If you hear they're backwards merging with a company that solved bat plague, I'm like, no, I'm not buying that crap. I mean, there's 10,000 tickers. You don't have to invest in the ones that just get some sort of sporadic news BS crap like D-Man or Michael Hunt or whatever those guys are promoting on StockTwit. That stuff is all ridiculous. It's totally unreliable. Which goes back to, again, you got to journal. You have to journal. Everything Trader McCrum tells you in the afternoon is awesome. And also, I like to joke with Trader McCrum, but man, that guy, he is a solid trader. You can learn a lot from that guy because he's calm, he's chill. He doesn't go 500 runners. He goes for 20 cents. He's cool. That guy's good. I like that guy. Also, he's got a cool beard. Do you use, so you asked that, okay. Did I miss any questions? People need to take the time to actually read information in the swing channel. Oh yeah, that's so true too. Swing channel, like every once in a while I go in there, someone's like, oh, can I get in the IMTX right now? Yeah, okay, go for it. What do I don't know. And thank you, Trader McCrum. Look at this. Hey, look, the roles have reversed where I'm on the mic and you have to type. Yeah, so that's basically the ins and outs of swing trading. I think, you know, guys, I think there are a few useful tools that you can use. Seeking Alpha is awesome. If you guys have never used that, www.seekingalpha.com. And if there's a paid side, which is on the left side, there's a regular side, which is on the right side, which is just normal news releases and whatnot. And it's useful. Don't pay for Seeking Alpha. You don't have to. But you can go on there. If there's a ticker you're interested in, just go on there and read the articles on the right-hand side. They'll give you www.seekingalpha.com. Hang on, I'll type it in. .com. Sorry. And if you go in and you can read, you just put in the ticker and then read about the ticker on the right-hand side. What's helpful in a lot of those cases is also the comments that people post. Seeking Alpha, it's not like StockTwits. People are slightly more professional. And so you can do your due diligence on that. And when people say, like, do your due diligence, man, but they really, you know, just kind of know a little bit about the stock. Mark Douglas will also tell you, like, there is a problem if you do way too much due diligence on a stock. You start convincing yourself. It's called confirmational bias. You'll start convincing yourself that you're right about the stock and about where it wants to go. But, you know, nobody knows anything. So you need to know just enough. And the most important thing from Seeking Alpha is you can figure out when's the last time they raised money, and are they looking, you know, pretty soon to go GBR high day. All right, aces. Woohoo.
You mean CI? Oh, yeah, GBR too, yeah.
GBR. GBR is funny. I thought they were like hydrogen or helium or something, but apparently they are oil and gas. They've got wells in Ohio. So I was asking around about that this morning. But anyway, so yeah, doing your due diligence doesn't mean you've got to like get the financial statements and read them. I mean, just ask D-Money to do it. He's good at that. But you do need to know, like, is this company an Israeli company? Is it a Chinese company? Is it plain ass Ohio? Hey, Ohio's where the oil and gas industry started. Like, that's the original Standard Oil out of that area, the Great Lakes area. Doing your due diligence is really just like figuring out, like, oh, wait, is this a crypto company, or is it a pot company, marijuana company, or is it oil and gas company? It's know if it's an oil company or a gas company too, because for a while oil was doing good and nat gas was just getting destroyed. So you can't just jump into those tickers just because they're in an industry. They have to be sort of specific to where the money flow is running. Yeah. What are you talking about, D-Money? Oh yeah, I have like so many pet peeves. It's ridiculous. Yeah, but it's funny. It's all good. I mean, you know, look, if you're not like Mr. I says all the time, if you're not enjoying this and you're not having fun and you're not happy about doing this, don't do it. Just go do something else. Like, you're not supposed to be here and be all stressed out, freaking out, and jumping around and buying everything and then crying because it went down when you thought it was going. I mean, like, just chillax, get some zen in you, and make your trade smooth. Everything should be much smoother than just running around spasmodically buying 100 tickers, trading 40 times a day. Last week, what was it? Last week was crazy. Here's a true story about last week. So you guys know my account size for this. No, I don't trade full-time. I have a full-time job in the oil and gas industry, but full-time right now, I am at home in D.C. What up, 202? So what was I talking about before that? I just forgot. Something really important. Oh, yeah, last week. Okay, true story, true confessional. So last week, my account size is 30K. I already said in this room, it's not my retirement or anything else like that, or my large caps. This is my E-Trade account, which is 30 grand. And I transfer out money every single week, and I've had, give a shout out. I've had 2 red weeks in the last 2 years. So everything seems to be going okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Did you guys hear that? 2 red days.
Not bad.
Yeah.
2 red weeks.
2 red weeks and what?
In 2 years. Yeah, it works. I mean, it works. Find what works for you and use it, right?
Yeah.
But the so this is a 30K account. Last 10 years, don't phase, 10 years. So last week on Monday, that account opened Monday morning at 19K. That's rough. That's all TTOO like shenanigans and some other shenanigans going on. And then on not a 99% win ratio, 2 out of 100. Yeah, I guess it is for weeks though. You guys, you got to chill out. Like, listen to this. So Monday morning I was at 19K. Friday afternoon I traded 3 times last week, only 3 times. And Friday afternoon I closed at 3,300 and transferred out $3,000. That was my week.
Yep.
That's how it works. I mean, like, you got to know your tickers, have some conviction, hang on, be careful, ask around, talk to people. TTOO, Kalisa. We did awesome on TTOO on Monday, right? Yeah, 33K at the end of the week. I was down a ton on Monday. I was a little bit fired up.
Yeah, I mean,
the market went crazy. Yeah.
I think some people think like they can get that within just, trading for 1 month or 1 year. I mean,
oh no,
the guy has been.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, the guys, like, for me, like, I've been doing this momentum trading for like 8 years now, right? So you can't compare like my ratio or whatever, my success with how you're doing right now, right? You got to keep on stacking those experiences and keep stacking those practices. A lot of people, I mean, want to give up after they don't see the result after a month or 2. We're talking like we've been at it for 8 years. I've been at it for 8 years. Marley Chunger, he's been at it for 10 years. So if you think about that, I mean, the payoff is it's gonna pay off, right, Marley?
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Ford, I didn't say the 50 EMA. I said the 50 MA. Be sure to get those not confused. And it's a good question. Do you use the 1 month? Well, the 1 minute, the 5 minute doesn't matter. I mean, that's just a difference between how granular the data is going to be. So it doesn't matter if you look at a 30 minute, a 1 minute, or 5 minutes. It's all going to be the same data. That doesn't really make a huge difference, except if you're momentum trading, you want to be really fast. You want to watch that 1 minute because you want to know what's happening minute by minute. 5 minutes is probably better for the full day. If you go above the duration of 5 day for the chart, or you're just looking at a 30 day for the chart, your 1 minute's going to look ridiculous. You can't see the candles. It's all jammed up, right? So what you want to do is, what I typically do is I look at the 5 day and the 30 day for the swings. And, like I said before, once it comes over into the momentum channel, it is no longer in the swing chat, right? Do I post targets? I just always aim for 30% off of every single swing that I do. That's it.
30%, guys. That's really good. All right, that's a percentage that some people can't even make in a year.
Do I ever put stop losses on my trades? No, I never ever put stop losses on my trades because I don't take losses. We accumulate. Oh my God, I almost said average down, which brings up that thought about losers. By the way, I'll talk about that in a second. So I accumulate down, but let me tell you one thing that's really painful is accumulating down to the bottom and then you have a full position and then you have to wait. That's hard. That is the pain of the swing chat, is patience. I don't do a lot of alerts. I just tell you guys what I'm trading. Like, I don't alert you guys and tell you to get into something or get out of something. All I do is say, this is what I'm doing. Only alerts that come out in this channel are Mr. I alerts. I mean, I'm just another paid subscriber to this service here. I'm just a guy that hangs out here for the fun and the laughter. The swing chat does make me laugh sometimes.
Marley, how long have you been on the team now?
I've been on since way back in the day, right before crypto. So that's what, 2 years, October, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
September. Yeah, the summer 2 years ago is when and I think I might have even been on earlier, but I was just quiet. It was like March.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or April before that. So a while, 2.5 years. I mean, Aces was here. There was 30 people, maybe 20 people.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
The alert guy, and he's a smart guy. So what I was saying is this: just remember, if it goes through our swing chat and it gets the momentum, that everyone besides our group is going to be doing momentum trading on it, right? And so that's why we can't be swinging any tickers that go through the momentum channel unless specifically alerted by Mr. I. He's like, oh yeah, this is good to swing. Once we're post this virus and the economy is moving again, what blue chips would you look to buy? Verizon. Verizon is a great dividend. Verizon. People always need their mobile phones, right? BTRH. Oh, geez. Any thoughts on GHSI as a swing? I'm actually in GHSI from an alert like 4 days ago, so I'm actually like down on GHSI, but I'm just holding on to it. Oh, here. So, yeah, Verizon's awesome, Khalifa. So the money flow and the swing trades and the tickers we're trading right now, like I have one swing that's in that's just really driving me nuts because it's not going up, which is this New York, New Jersey testing kit company. What is it called? ENZ? Is that what it is, guys? Yeah, that one's driving me crazy because they keep hammering it. So there's algorithms. You guys know this, right? Like, so computerized trading has been established, and people write these, how you can find or scan for individual tickers to swing for people that don't have the years of logs. So Ammon, who is awesome, like huge shout out to Ammon, who is in the swing chat sometimes and in the team chat sometimes. He posted some scanning advice in the swing chat, like an 8-step program in order to choose tickers and figure out what it is that you want. But you have to start building your own lists, James. There's just no doubt about that. And if I'm missing questions, ask them again because I don't feel like scrolling all the way up this screen again. ENZ, which is a swing trade, and IMPX, which is a total piece of garbage company. Everyone hates that company. But here's the thing. ENZ is doing testing, and all they have to do, I know RZA. Actually, that was RZA who brought up that ticker, and then I decided, yeah, that's a good point. So I'm going to just blame that totally on you. So people do bring up other tickers in the swing chat, and we talk about them and decide what to do. Oh, there's Ammon. Yeah, he posted like this step-by-step thing in swing chat. So you can scroll through, find Ammon, find those steps, and then I'll teach you how to sort or scan for tickers in that are low float, have potential for moving. Oh, there it is, right there. Yeah, so a good idea is to find those tickers, figure out those, and then bring them to the swing chat and talk about it. Bring it up. That's what the point of being part of a group is. So you can bring up and talk and see that. And you thought I might have some more to add to it. You don't think this one was good enough? Damn it. Did you hear that? First, stocks have a history of being oversold and overbought based on RSI. Yeah, that's true. Ammon runs the bridge between swing trading and momentum trading. Remember that, though. So he'll day trade stuff and get out of it before the end of the day. But he does do a lot of getting in right at the end of after hours trading. So be sure to check in at 7:30 to 8 o'clock at night in the swing channel. He'll talk about it. Announcements coming out, negative or positive. I think that Ammons are pretty good. I'm thinking about it from your perspective. Obviously, I don't do it that way. I have 200 tickers that have been trading for a long time. Longer than 5 years, the data starts to get corrupt. If you look at any of the tickers that we trade, look at the 10-year chart, it's ridiculous because they've all done so many reverse stock splits and changed ticker names and all that kind of stuff. Do you think a swing should be weighted heavier on technical movement, bases or chart or fundamentals or the company or a blend? Yeah, I would say for swing trading, you want to check and see what's the scope of their business, what are they actually doing, and is money flow going into that area? So that's probably the most important thing. And then, are they good at PRing or are they not good at PRing? So, like, for example, these guys suck at PRing. I mean, they're the worst company. Like, DaySpa or XSpa, they PR'd today that they're going to turn their, like, little shops in the airports into coronavirus testing areas. What the hell was that? Like, we have a testing company that's doing testing in New Jersey and New York, and they're not PRing that they're doing testing. And like AYT, who imports some crappy tests from China into Denver airport, and they're like, we could get into policemen. There's 3,500. I'm going to change the world. Like, fuck. I'm sorry, I got my apologies. Like, those guys, like AYTU, I was trading that ticker used to be an erectile dysfunction company in Latin America. That's what those guys do. They have an approved medication called Testo, which is like testosterone with an NA on the front of it, and it's a spray nasal thing that goes in your nose, and it's like distributed in Testo, and it's distributed in like Venezuela or something. Like that's AYTU, but now they're all of a sudden a warehousing company that has bought test kits from. I can buy test kits from China. Does any of you guys have a listed company? We should just buy test kits from China and like PR it, and then do a stock split and a reverse share split and raise money. We'd be billionaires. We know how this whole thing works. Anyway, yeah. So that's basically where I am and where it's at. I mean, GHSI. Yeah, no, I know. It's not even proper English. I know. And so again, with IMTX or GHSI, it's money flow and it's the industry. So IMTX, like these guys are so skeegy, they are going to PR. Remember I was yelling, I was like, Acre and JagX are going to PR that they have something to do with that plague. I knew it because those guys are so awful. Like Acre, one of them does like chlamydia tests and the other one is doing like diarrhea medication. And of course they PR'd it, right? XSPA, money flow, 49 million shares traded today. Yeah, I know. 3Q kids. XSPA was a great play for the swing chat like 3 days ago, but we didn't even think about it. Triple bottom on CEI. Yeah, Yoshi does a lot of good posting. Yoshi seems to be a pretty good chartist and know what's going on technical wise. So I would pay attention to Yoshi when Yoshi starts talking about some of those stuff. Yeah, G-Chris is a great charter. Doesn't follow his own alerts. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'll be quiet. I thought you were, Chris, I thought you were like instrumental to the entire development of solving the bat plague, and you couldn't not be at work. What are you doing? Go out and solve this thing for us. A letter? 2 to 10. That's rough hours right there. Holy cow. He must be in like a lab underground. Yep. So that's basically where I'm at. But I get to trade in the mornings now. Yeah, okay, that's good. I was talking about losers. Oh, yeah. So here's something that's super important to understand. In the same way that you need to understand the way that your mind works and that you are playing in an area that has ultimate freedom, and so you have to make the rules for yourself, and you have to stick to your own rules. And if you break your own rules, then again, there are no rules, and you're working in anarchy, and you're just going to lose all your money. You also have to realize that in this arena, you have to think about yourself as a winner and have a positive mental attitude and continue to believe in yourself as being capable of doing this. When you get negative, you start thinking about yourself without that kind of capability, it will come to fruition. You will manifest that reality. Like there's no reason for you, even though you're part of a group, all of the buy decisions and sell decisions are yours. There's no reason for you to be a winner if you start thinking about yourself as a loser. Nobody else is around to help you out. Nobody's going to hold your hand or give you a star or give you a little treat. It's all about you. And so it's super important for you to get your mental game correct and think about yourself as a winner. Now, does that mean you all have to run around being super cocky like Michael Hunt or what is his other name on StockTwits? He's got another name. I know he does.
Patrick or something? I don't know.
No. It's something. I don't even think I should say it out loud. It's just so ridiculous.
Right. Anyways, the guys with high egos, right? Yeah.
There it is. That's what his other name is. So, like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to go around and just be a total jerk all the time. But you do have to. That's right. So I think it's announced. Steve. No, type while I'm reading. Now I know what CE has this problem. Typing, reading, and talking is hard. Thank you, Khalifa. That's enough. But you know, you don't have to be like a total jerk. But you do have to be, whether you think you can or think you can, you're right. Yeah, Henry Ford is totally right, Buck. Absolutely perfect. Where did your knowledge come from when you first started in what are... I know, when I first started, I sucked. I mean, like, I'm the guy, I lost $100,000 on puts on Snapchat. Like, how do you manage to do that? I did that. This is me on Snapchat. I bought puts on Snapchat knowing that their quarter was going to be crap. It was total crap. And then that night at 2 o'clock in the morning, WeChat, which is... Tencent, a Chinese company that runs WeChat, which is Chinese WhatsApp. So it's TCEHY. They issued a press release that they bought 15% of Snap. Between the time of their quarter and the next morning, and then I just couldn't sell my puts. They expired worthless. Because you can't sell options after hours or before hours or anything like that. And I've learned over time, by the way, that I really suck at options. So I don't do it. I just don't play options. That's again another thing skills rueful. That's what I just was talking about. That's why I don't do options. Because I suck at it. I'm really bad at it. I buy options and I'm like, oh, it's up like 150%. I bet it's going to go up 1,500%. Like, I'm terrible with the FOMO on options. And like, I'm also like, options on large cap stocks, all that stuff, the game is rigged. That game is totally rigged. So if I'm going to play large caps, I'll just play the actual large cap. I'm not touching the options. It's true also with like the VIX. If you play TVIX is good. But if you play it, don't buy the options on that, because it could be, they might just hold it up for 3 days to get your options to expire useless, and then they let it just completely crash and then make a ton of money and you're crying. I come in the options trading room every once in a while. Actually, the options trading room was dead for a while, and then I went in there and started swearing a lot, and so a bunch of people came there because it was fun. And then I moved along to swing chat because swing chat was a little bit empty. And also, I'm really good at swing trading. So like that seemed a way that I could help people and talk to them about improving their trading capabilities. There have been a few times over the past couple of years that I've been helpful to some people that got really concerned about positions that they had in some of the small caps, and I just like walked them through, hey, hang on, keep accumulating, you'll be fine, it'll take some time. Some of them take a lot longer than we thought they would take. Like, here's a good example. We were in iBio. iBio went down to 11 cents. And then, look at iBio today, right? 11 cents. That was a hard one. What's my highest profit on swing trading and highest loss percentage-wise? So my losses aren't really that. The highest loss percentage-wise I ever get is probably around 20%. And that's because there are cases where I will accumulate down, and then it gets to the point where time has gone on so far that I get worried about an offering. So I will dump out of a stock if I decide that it's too much time is going by and their burn rate is too high. Good books or education to read for swing trading. I don't know. I've never read a book on swing trading. Maybe I should write one. TVIX, they've done something to it. Don't they kind of level it out? Well, so any of the exchange-traded funds or exchange-traded notes, the ETNs and the ETFs that are multiples, like a 2 times ETF or a 2 times ETN, they are engineered to go to zero. You just need to remember that over time they will get to zero. And that D-Money is saying be cautious on CEI. He might be throwing in his 500 shares on the short side, so he might be tipping the scales there. That was a joke, by the way. What does the multiple mean? Okay, so 2 times or 3 times, there's an underlying financial instrument that they trade. So let me make it a lot easier. The UWT and the DWT, those are 3 times crude oil pricing. And I think it's WTI pricing, which is the U.S. Texas oil price. And so UWT and DWT, UWT is up and DWT is down. So UWT will go up 3 times as much as the crude oil price goes up and 3 times down as much as crude oil goes down. And problem with those, UWT and DWT will get delisted because it's just about to go back up and they'd have to give everyone money that they all lost on UWT. They did this to me 2 years ago in UWTI. When the oil price crashed, I was in UWTI, I had like $5 grand in and it went down to like, I don't know, like $800. And it was a day before everything skyrocketed and they delisted it. So you never had a chance to get your money back. Those things are such garbage. But TVIX is similar. TVIX is two times the VIX. And as such, you get out an Excel spreadsheet and work it out for yourself. It's 3 times VIX. Thanks, Kalisa. I don't know. I don't know exactly. Yeah, JNUG, JNUG I don't think will ever get delisted, but it does go down to close to 0 and then reverse share split. And also just remember, the problem with these things is because they're 3 times the underlying, if it goes up $1 today, but it goes down $1 tomorrow, and then it goes back up $1 the next day, and you end up even over those 3 days for what the underlying is, you're actually down on the JNUG because the higher percentage price goes down, and then it takes much more to go back up. I just explained that really badly. Just get out an Excel spreadsheet and work it out for yourself. If something is $2 now and then it goes up $3, and work out the percentages and the 3 times. Oh yeah, UVXY 3 times is the 3 times VIX. TVIX is the 2 times the VIX. But all of them have decay over time, so they always tend towards going down and reverse share splitting. So since TVIX fell considerably, what is the upside? What is TVIX at today? I mean, the TVIX downside is what it was trading at before this whole thing happened, which was what, like $3? It's got a long ways to go down. And the only thing for it to go down that has to happen, so you know with the TVIX, is the market to just stay kind of stable. The market really doesn't even have to do anything, and the TVIX will go down. Because it's a measurement of volatility to the upside or the downside. I think it's 3 months to 6 months out on the S&P. Yeah, but I'm not positive about that, so don't quote me. There are other people in the TVIX that know a ton more than I do. I think I missed. Can you choose any swing trade you're in currently and discuss the thought process you went through from selecting it to what you're thinking now? Yeah, IMPX is a good one. So IMPX, I already talked about. They're a total piece of crap company, but they PR everything all the time. And so I'm positive they're going to PR something about the bad leg within the next 3 days. My target on IMPX is on the 8th of next week, they will do a PR. So you guys can write that down in your journals. Marley Chunger said IMPX is going to do a PR next week on the 8th, and we'll see if it actually happens. That's my crystal ball. What's up with ENZ? That's the other swing play that we're in. ENZ is they're doing testing in New York and New Jersey, drive-in testing. Like those guys are actually testing for COVID, and they just haven't PR'd it. So at some point in time, they'll PR it, and then it's COVID testing, and bam. Both of them, of course, money flow, and it's COVID stuff, and that's why I like those two. SAEX was an easy one. That's like a standard for us in this entire group. We always talk about SAEX and buying it when it's low, and then just holding on to it until it skyrockets, and it skyrocketed today. What day did you say for ENZ is that you're releasing the PR? I don't know about ENZ. I talked about IMPXs on the 8th. I don't know when ENZ is going to do it. Everybody got to call them on the phone. Or, hey, Kalisa, you just go over there. You're in New Jersey. Go tell those guys, hey, what's up? Go through the drive-through. Get a bat plague test, and at the same time ask them to do a PR. So primarily PR predictions. Not always. TTOO, I've been in and out of that stock for 5 years. They're the standard of care for sepsis testing, which is difficulties within your blood, like blood poisoning. I didn't know that TTOO was going to PR coronavirus, but I did know that TTOO is going to do just fine eventually over time. And so TTOO had been raising money for a long time, and it was demolishing the stock price. And I had a feeling that their equity raise was almost finished. So that's always a good time to start getting back into positions that you've been interested in before and you know a lot about. And so we started positioning into TTOO too early. Honestly, we started at 75 cents and it dropped down a lot. I think we were down in the 30s by the time we finally finished adding all of our TTOO. And then, as everybody knows, it skyrocketed above $1 to I think $1.50 or something like that, or $1.60. TTOO, yeah, that's true. Yeah, 27 it went down to. That was crazy annoying. give me a heart attack. But that's the thing about the swing chat. Like, that's why you're in that room, is so that we can talk about it and say, don't sell, everything's cool, hang on. We know TTOO is raising money. They're not going to go and like do another issuing of accumulation, not average down. Don't ever say that, 'cause that's just being a loser. Right, Mr. I? Got to be a winner.
Yep.
If you're not a winner, you just go somewhere else and do your losing somewhere else.
I mean, guys, we're like literally like preaching the stuff that it takes, like what it takes to become more successful. Like, you guys got to believe it, you know. What is
PLX? PLX? Was that a swing chat alert? I don't even know PLX. Do I know PLX? What do they do? MC. Look at CEI. What is CEI doing now? Did it die? OPK. I should have more than one screen going, but I'm like doing video stuff for work today, so I can't run the other stuff. CEI, $2.9999. Looks like the algo got a hold of that. Oh yeah, let's talk about algos. Algos, my favorite topic. So, algorithmic trading. So there's a bunch of banks like Chase and Citibank and Goldman Sachs and whatnot, and they have a bunch of different desks, and all those different desks of people are quite smart and have written these algorithms that they set up, and they do algorithmic trading, which means they trade in share lot sizes of usually like around 100 shares, sometimes larger, sometimes smaller, and the whole point is they start hammering the stocks usually between 11:30 a.m. and 2 o'clock p.m., and they just push the stocks down. Sometimes it's for the sake of accumulating, if the stock's got a good chance of spiking. Sometimes it's because they're short and they just like it, and they like to destroy the momentum within a stock. And so you want to just be careful to watch time and to watch the time in sales. Yeah, destroy the stop losses, take out everybody, buy in cheaper, that kind of stuff. It's all automated. It's not other people that are doing it. And yeah, that's all Forex does. Totally G-Chris. Forex is only algorithmic trading. I mean, like, that's another thing that I am not that good at. You have to be a little bit more into the macroeconomic information and whatnot to do that. Like, I don't even know the difference between what was new unemployment filings yesterday, and then we have a jobs number today. Like, why is one 700,000, the other one was like almost 7 million? That's like a difference of 10 times. It doesn't make sense to me. But that's just because I don't follow that stuff. You have to like focus and stick with what you're good at, and make sure that you're not getting all spasmodically all over the place. Like, I'm gonna do Forex today. Oh wait, these guys in the options channel, that guy posted he made 10,000% on Tesla. I better do that. Oh no, now I'm going to swing chat. Hey, are these still good? Can we do these alerts? I saw this alert from 2018. It was about IGC. Looks like it's good. No. Okay. But swing chat, the point of swing chat is really go there, talk there, chat with people, talk about trading in fractions, trading in swing chat's open. There was one weekend where we did charting. I remember G-Chris was nice enough to start posting charts, and we talked about, like, this is how you see the 50 MA. This is how you do the look at the 200. This is what Cosnetti is talking about all the time. This is what Mr. I means when he does that. Yeah, we can do that again. I mean, geez Louise, we're all stuck at home anyway. What else are we doing? That's probably a really good idea. 50 H&S charts. That's good. I mean, we're a good group here. We like to give each other a hard time. Nobody's really picking on each other, and there's a high amount of respect here. G-Chris is an excellent chartist. Let's see, what else? Anyone like CEI at the 200 to 1? Cosnetti likes it there, right? If it bounces there, then you buy it and hold it until it gets to the 50. If it breaks through the 201, that's the oh crap moment, you run away, screaming.
Yeah, around $2 or $2.10 wouldn't be a bad dip, but yeah.
$2 to $2.10. I don't know what else is going on in the market. I mean, it's Friday. I really try to not do anything in the market after 11:30. It's 11:31. After this point in time on a Friday, I've been just nailed so many times. Are eating samosas for lunch? Yeah, D-Money, I don't eat a lot of Indian food these days because I don't know how to cook it at home. But if you were to send some, I would eat it. I mean, that's a long way to send. Aren't you in Texas, D-Money? I think like most of the group here is in Texas. Oh, South Carolina. There you go.
Someone's from Jersey, isn't it? I thought Kalisa was from Jersey.
Kalisa's a Jersey girl. She's all about that.
What?
Yeah.
What is she about?
All about that Bon Jovi and South Jersey. Yeah. Jersey, California, Bon Jovi. G-Man is Bon Jovi. Chicago? Yeah. Cannes. Where's that? Jersey. Fountains of Wayne.
I'm actually curious how many female traders are in our trading team. I know most are males, but I think we got actually a decent amount of people that's females. Does your wife trade, by the way, Marley?
No, not even close.
Okay.
Nope. Right.
Maybe there should be like a little women's group or something that if you guys want to kind of feel left out or something. I don't know. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
that.
Yeah. Some of these guys pretending to be girls.
Oh, there was that one guy on StockTwits. So ridiculous. StockTwits is the most ridiculous place on earth. Don't ever get anything on StockTwits. It's good for one thing, StockTwits, and that is keeping a list of tickers that you think are interesting. Their prices are always wrong. I don't know how those guys are going to be a broker. They're always sending me emails like, hey, StockTwits is a broker. You join our broker, StockTwits. Like, you can't even get pricing right on your website. Why would I buy anything from you? 500 rocket image posts a minute. Yeah, that's a good idea. Change my name, Miss Piggy. Yeah. So, I don't know. Anything else exciting? Anyone enjoying any other tickers besides the ones we talked about? I mean, you can bring tickers to the swing chat room. We'll make fun of you, but no, I'm kidding. Everybody will look at them. We talk about them. Change why market selling our trades is bad. So I would market sell your trade if you're. Do we go over SAEX? Yeah. So hold on. First, let me talk about market selling, and then let me talk about SAEX. So market selling your trade is dumb because they fill you at a crappy price. Like Charles Schwab does that all the time. There will be printing at like $3.30, and you market sell, and they give you like $3.01. Like this is just not a smart thing to do. The other thing is, if you market sell into, when you first started trading, did you start with a cash counter margin? I never trade margin, ever. Never, not even once. No. It just messes up your psychology. And again, it's all about your psychology. I know Rocket Rod does it, and I know he does really, really well with it, but you know what? Rocket Rod is not the average trader. So don't be thinking that you can just jump in and start doing Rocket Rod stuff. Like, start with $2,500 today. I just closed out with $250,000. See you guys later. I love that guy to death. But like, what? No, calm down. Like, IMPX does look good. Above $15. Oh, and NVAX. You said IMPX. I caught that, by the way. Trader McCrum. Now I'm missing questions and forgetting things. No, but no margin, never margin. Like, you got to figure that out. It's all about your psychology. It's all about you and what you're good at and what you're not. What I came on here to talk about today is like, I'm good at swing chat. I'm like not good at a lot of things. I'm not good at options. I'm not good at Forex. I'm not good at getting my $4.99 breakfast, whatever that means, Kalisa. And margin, holy cow, you start trading on margin, like you have $2,500 and you trade something and you're in there for 10 grand and you're sitting there like just freaking out because you're like, oh my God, it's up a penny. Oh my God, it's up 2 pennies. Oh my God. Oh no, it dropped a nickel. I better sell. Bam, you're out and you lost money. Like, that's exactly what happens. how well does CMEG contest against SureTrader when it comes to? Well, I think CMEG does a lot better than SureTrader because SureTrader is closed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know why people keep mentioning SureTrader. That baby's gone, guys.
SureTrader's gone. SureTrader is funny because SureTrader was that guy Genitals, and he like, isn't that his name?
Gentiles or something? I don't know.
It's Italian. Yeah. Guy Genitals. You guys, you gotta stick around in this room. There's like some funny drama that happens here.
He lives in the Bahamas right now, or where does he live?
Yeah, he's in the Bahamas. He's like an Italian guy. He got arrested by the FBI like 3 times, and then he was like posting nonstop. He started SureTrader. So those guys, like, they bought all of this float of A-Bill or A-Dill or AWX, 2 different tickers that we were in here in this room. Like, we got in that in the morning, and they were like, and Alt. He was the one who ran Alt it when they went from $2 to $64 at Friday night. He drove his car. Well, yeah, this guy is like, this is some crazy stuff. Yeah, BBTH he was in too. Like, that was SureTrader. That was Guy Genital. And like, he was tweeting about it all the time, like, oh yeah, you're not in BBTH, you're a moron. Like, all that. It's like, those trades, BPTH and Alt, and yeah, there was a day, Kalisto, right? Like, if like, we were in those early. Like, we just didn't hold on. IMTE might have been him too. Like, IMTE, I remember, like, with Mr. I being on the voice, and he was like, this thing's up 200%. Everybody just risk a little bit, buy some. And we're buying it. And then it went up 2,400%. Like, what the hell was going on? Remember that one? That was sick. That was all that Guy Gentile stuff. And like, you know, we were all over that in this room. That was fun. Those days were awesome. Those days come again. Like, you guys were all so depressed in November and December and whatnot. Guy Genitals. Yeah, that guy, he's like, he's that guy informant. And like, everyone's like, snitches get stitches and stitches, genitals. Like, on Twitter. It was awesome. People were attacking that guy. He was like all mad. He's like, I got my own trading firm, and the FBI busted him. Like, he doesn't get any better than this. CEI. Yeah, there we go. CEI reversing. Yeah, he was connected to the mafia, I think. I don't know. But anyway, the point is, like, November was like depressing, and then January was like, and then we were like, that leg's coming. Just be ready. Like, there's always something in the market where the money flow goes. It's going to be crypto. It's going to be China. It's going to be Israeli stocks. It's going to be COVID-19. Are you still in BPTH from the Guy Genital time? Oh, no. Yeah, BPTH to the moon. I don't think he's allowed to trade. But anyway, the point is, like, money flow, right? Where is it going to be? Like, gold stocks. Okay, great. I mean, like, I don't trust gold at all because Goldman Sachs broke it and they keep trying to fix it and nobody buys that crap. He still trades in the chat room. Yeah, I know. Like, he keeps posting about that. Yeah, like, I'm sure his chat room is a lot of fun. I don't know. Pick one chat room though. You'll get distracted. I used to have like, who was the other one? Cam the Man. Like, I used to keep that chat room open too to see what those guys were up to. But like, it's just distracting. Like they're all over the place. They have like no methodology, no science, no nothing. Like, play the alerts here, you will be fine. Yeah, that room is the worst.
What do you think about him as a trader though? He messages me a lot actually, from time to time.
Cam the Man?
Yeah, he just like keeps reaches out to me on Instagram and like, hey man, like, great job, like, why don't you take a look at this ticker? And then, like, you know, I mean, I don't really have anything against him, you know, so I don't know him as a trader. I mean, apparently he does a good job, I think, but I don't know about the room, all that.
I think his heart is in the right place. Like, I think he's all right. I don't know if like D-Man is a scammer. I don't like D-Man at all.
Who's D-Man?
Not that great. This is a long time ago now. This is like 3 years ago. So people change over time. Oh, that brought up another thing I wanted to really talk about before I like trash other traders and talk not them, which isn't that nice to do. So I will make fun of them. But the market changes over time. So you need to make sure to be aware of that there are certain things that you can do that have a good tendency to actually work. One of the things that worked like 6 months ago was buying anything that went down 70% after it was more than 70% in one day. It had to drop 70% in one day, and you buy after it went down 70%. It was hitting like 9 out of 10 times. And then there was a span of like 6 months where it totally didn't work at all. Like it was a disaster. And then just recently it's been working again. So like anything down over 70%, you buy in and then you hold, and then over a little while you can make good 20 or 30% off of it. But the important point to remember is that the market will change, and the things you have now, Mark Douglas calls them your edge. These are your edges, your like little plays in the market. For a while, they might not work, but keep them in your journal, keep them in your notebook, and then they'll come back in fashion again at some point in time. So certain things will work, and then at some point in time, they just get broken. It just doesn't work anymore. It's like the algos got on top of it and crushed it. I don't know why, but then they just won't, and then after a little while, a few months, 6 months, it'll start working again.
Yep.
There are so many new gurus now. Yeah, I know.
I mean, they trade for a year and they had a little, quick success, and they're like, oh, look, I'm a guru now.
The thing that, sorry, hate to keep asking, review SAEX. Okay, so SAEX, I think, if I had to guess, I think we played it 5 times in this room over the past 2 years. And what we knew about SAEX is that SAEX likes to spike, but it does get pressured down. So what we were saying is, watch SAEX, start accumulating under $2, and the lower it goes, you can keep accumulating because we know it's going to eventually spike. We know that SAEX runs after this offshore drilling company, Seadrill. I don't think SCRL is even run, but that's because they became decoupled because the oil and gas industry, nobody's doing offshore oil drilling right now, right? Like nobody's doing exploration of reservoirs and deep water. But SAEX, on the other hand, we knew was going to actually go if oil and gas got a bid. And it's low float, super low float, and it always loves to spike. So a couple of things to remember is always these ones that are low float and they love to spike, like they like to spike them. They spike over and over. SCRL was mentioned by CE this morning. Oh, there you go. SCRL went this morning with CE, then that was a no-brainer. Like we should have known right away. That pair, trade, and idea on SAEX, which is, I mean, I give Cosnetti the benefit of that one because I think he was the one who kept bringing it up over and over at least the last 3 times. And then just recently I was talking to him and we said, okay, yeah, it might be time for SAEX again. So I alerted it in the swing chat and said, guys, we know this one spikes. It's like clockwork, that one. So just buy some and accumulate and hold on to it and just wait until it spikes and then get rid of it. Play. The thing is, you should be able to get to a point where there's 2 or 3 or 4 tickers that you know so well that you kind of have a good feel around. Chris does this with what is that one that you love? FCEL. Yeah, CLDS is a turd, but FCEL. And then they all are. What am I talking about? But FCEL tends to behave a little bit similar. I hope GHSI has a chance. I'm a bag holder in GHSI, and I hate being a bag holder. Stupid GHSI. I can't stand that company. But I think that they will PR coronavirus because new logo. Do we have a new? Oh, we do. Look at that.
Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna have to black it out, but yeah, for now, that's the. Yeah, I mean, if you guys pay attention on the course, chapter 1 and chapter 2, we had that pop up on up. So. Okay.
Hey, Trevor. So on SAEX, there is some issues with SAEX though. Their business model, the whole business model for SAEX is making revenues off state governments through some sort of tax loophole on oil and gas. So there was supposed to be an encouragement of oil and gas by giving a tax rebate. All of SAEX's revenues come from tax rebates. And now they're pissed at like 2 of the state governments. I think it's Colorado and Oklahoma or somebody that's not giving them their rebates. So that's why they're in a kind of a fight. So it's not like guaranteed that SAEX is going to be awesome and like, they got compliance, so then they're going to be doing spectacular. I mean, it's a crap company with a terrible business model. Oh, they like to spike it, so let's just do that. Like, always remember that this whole Warren Buffett thing, like buy and hold and wait, is the best way to put the market. Is total BS. That is such a crap. Like, if I had to give somebody real advice about this market, it would be find small pharma that just spiked and short the crap out of it and just short it forever until it just dies and put in a stop loss on top of your short. That's the way to actually play the market. Now, in my psychology and in my positive mental attitude, that doesn't work. But, like, that's really the way the market works. Like, even Kramer came out halfway through this destruction, and he was like, most stocks actually go down. I was like, what did he just say? I was like listening to Mr. I, and it was on TV, and I was like, what? What's going on? But yeah, be positive. I don't ever actually short anything. I will buy puts on some things every once in a while, but like I said, I suck at options, so those always expire worthless. Yeah, so that's life in general. What do I think about D-Man and AC Investor? And Reformed Trader used to be in here, in this room, and he's a really, really nice guy. And he's like, you know, he's kind, and he believes in, like, you know, the whole religion stuff and whatnot, so you don't want to give him a hard time because you don't want to get hit by a lightning bolt. But the thing about Reformed Trader and AC Investor is you got to remember, those guys are in for themselves. So they'll buy in and they will sell when that stock goes up 4% and just destroy the momentum and crap in your mouth. So like, if usually the way that I do it is if I'm heavy into something and those guys alert something, I sell it. I just sell it the minute that they alert because I know they're going to dump their position on that stock at some point in time. And these are all stocks that, like, we don't have in our momentum channel and we don't have in our swing trade channel. If what happens in swing chat often is people will say, oh, you guys look out because Ultra just alerted this. Lion Master is an idiot. That guy is just an idiot on StockTwits. That guy, what a loser. He was like, oh my God, that guy was so PRTY. Like, what a stupid business model. Like, oh, kids need parties. I'm totally all in. I'm adding now. Like they post on StockTwits, like, all in, full position right now. And you're watching the tiny sale. Like, a sale hasn't gone on for like an hour. Posting. What are you talking about?
They front loaded like a day ago.
Yeah. It's turned back for pro.
Yeah, who is that? That's like my name right there. Someone said, like,
it is your name.
The people thought that was me this whole time. I'm like, that's not me, guys. Like, I don't.
Hey, you do Owen Wilson impressions? Like, did I just sound like Owen Wilson? Oh man. Like, I don't know. Well, that's good. It's nice. I don't really do. AC Investor is the best. So, like, here's a picture of my wife and kid, and we're eating on the beach in Portugal. By the way, this looks like the breakout pattern. Like, yeah, okay, I know what that means. Bob Odenkirk.
Him and what's his name? Reformed Trader. They seem to get along. They seem to be like on.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think Reformed Trader has any evil intentions. I think
he's a good guy. He's a holy man. Yeah.
He's a holy man. So, like, I don't want to get hit by lightning. So,
yeah.
Spikes. You guys talk about some spikes a lot. I don't pay attention to that. The one that drives me nuts. The one that drives me really crazy is, who's the short guy on StockTwits?
The short guy?
No, the guy who does shorting. He's always posting on our swing chats whenever they start moving.
G-Nuts?
Sure. Yes. If I find that guy ever on the street, I'm going to punch that guy in the face. I'm going to punch him in the throat. He's going to lose some teeth. I'm just kidding. I'm not a violent guy. G-Nuts was an idiot. G-Nuts, like, you guys saw that, like, email about G-Nuts. Like, he paid for, like, an artificial intelligence from some other guy, and then he tried to just, like, sell it to everybody. And, like, ugh, guy. So many scammers.
Yeah, you.
So this is what I do. This is how I trade. I use Charles Schwab for my large caps and for my dividend plays and sort of recurring income. All of that kind of fun stuff goes in Schwab. The E-Trade I use for day trading and swing, like I told you guys, and I keep 30K in that account and empty it out on Fridays. Always pay yourself on Fridays. I have Robinhood, by the way, but I lost all my money in it because I played options and I sucked at options. So my Robinhood account has like $6.72 in it, and I don't even use it. Like, they email me all the time. And I use Webull. I use Webull all the time in the morning, 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., sell at 5 a.m., buy stuff at 6:30, sell it at 7:05, buy stuff at like 7:50, sell it at 8:05. That's Webull. But my Webull account doesn't have over 25K in it, so I can't really do a lot of fun things with it, but it's getting there. It's moving up. What do I think of Black Box?
Black Box is just a tool. Like,
I don't even know what it is.
Black Box is like their whole service is like based on like using their like what is it, like high frequency scanner or something like that. We got Rocket Rod. I used to use it myself. I don't use it anymore. I don't really need it, but I mean, I guess it can be helpful. But if you want to spend another like $100 a month, I mean, you can try it out. But I mean, I don't personally use it anymore. It's served its purpose. I just use trade ideas, and that's all I need. So.
Johnny, dark pools are, I believe, it's the institutional positioning and the international positioning that takes place outside of the time and sales and level 3 stuff that we have access to. How long until you started consistently winning? It wasn't until I joined this group, actually. Until I joined Mr. Investor, I was like, here was one of my biggest mistakes before I joined this group. I actually held on to stocks and believed in them. That was my biggest mistake. Like I bought GNC, and I was like, oh, it's gonna go back to 20 because like GNC is so awesome and whatnot. I think GNC is like $1 right now. What a terrible company. But like, they're like, oh, they got this new CEO and he totally bought shares over and over. Oh, look, he bought more shares. Oh, the CEO bought shares. Oh, look at the CEO. And like, so my biggest mistake in my consistency in making money was actually holding on to stocks, like doing the Warren Buffett thing, like, patience and hold on and buy and invest. Like, yeah, you just sell when you're up, take your money, buy something else. Tapusa. Yeah. Well, I know him because Marley Chunger. Why would I sell out of a good company by Warren Buffett? Yeah, well, Warren Buffett, he was like, Apple's a scam and Google's never going to be around. And like that guy, you couldn't get a wooden nickel out of his butt for like 50 years. And now he's like, oh, give all your money to charity. Give it all. I'm eating this popsicle. I like hamburger. That's so annoying. Like, he ruined all of American healthcare. He forced everybody to have like insurance on everything. Like, you need insurance on your pants because I own Geico. I'm so screwed heavily because I'm so heavy on CGC. Isn't that the pot company? CGC? He was super anti-Apple. Yeah, he was super anti-Apple. Yeah, pot will be fine. I mean, it depends. Like, the problem with pot is the problem with DPW. Like, have you ever seen a picture of the DPW CEO? Like, I never would have been on DPW if I ever saw this guy's face ever in my life before. Here. I got it. There, this is the CEO.
Oh, God.
Like, that's trustworthy.
But no, I mean, like, he actually has like a record, doesn't he? Like,
yeah,
I thought, yeah.
He has a criminal record. This is, by the way, this is the way I am all day long while typing on chat and just laughing half the time. Hilarious. I love trading. So I'm like, that guy, he has like 5 different sub-companies in DPW, and he got a loaning license. He's loaning money from one business to other business and funding, like buying some textiles. Like, it's so ridiculous, that whole company. So that's my problem with pot stocks. Like, the guys running those pot stocks, it's dodgy. They're like all dodgy AF, bro. Like Satan. Yeah, maybe. Yelling at D-Money all day. Yeah, I like to yell at D-Money.
Wait, so Marley, are you you have more free time, would you say, in trading now that it's like, because it's quarantine?
Yeah,
or?
Tons more.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the problem with being quarantined is everybody that I don't like and never talk to, that was like right down the hall from me, for some reason, a conference call with me now. Like, I wouldn't talk to them for months, and now all of a sudden they need to talk to me every other day because they're like pissed that they're getting stuff done, and so they can keep getting paid salary. But it's like kind of annoying. But it's fine. It is what it is.
Wait, what do you exactly do again? Like, your full time?
So I do the risk analysis for major oil and gas projects when they get to the board of directors level. So they'll give me the detailed schedule and the detailed cost, and I run a bunch of statistics on it, and then figure out what's going on. And
you were in Houston that time because you were presenting regarding on that stuff.
Yeah. I was in Houston. I go to Houston all the time. Not recently. Yeah,
right,
risk analysis. That's exactly what I do. So it's all math and data and model based, like not fashion models. D-Money, calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Cool.
So I think that's all my time today.
Yeah. No, but hey guys, I really appreciate you coming in on here. This was fun. You got to come out here more often, actually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, it's good. I appreciate everybody coming into the swing chat. Bring up some tickers. I reserve the right to make fun of you. And just remember, guys, don't go all in. Don't go into a position full at the first time when you buy, like, oh, this ticker's moving, I'm going to buy $5,000 worth of it, like that. That's exactly when you should be like, I'm freaking out, I'm going to lose money. All your trades should be zen, smooth, you know. Glad to put it to me. Yeah, no, I'm smarter than, this isn't just a pretty face. I actually know a thing or two, about a thing or two. Get butthurt when Marley yells at you. Yeah, don't get hurt if I yell at you. All right, I'm out. See you guys.
Thank you so much.
Anybody coming on at lunchtime?
Oh, right. Well, I mean, Trader McCrum's still going to be on in the afternoon, so maybe if you want to still stick around in the afternoon. I'll probably still be here. I mean, I got nowhere else to go. I mean, where else are we all going to go? We're all stuck at home.
True.
Yeah.
That's true. I'll be around and chit-chatting and typing and whatnot. All right. See you guys.
Thanks, Marley.
Yep, bye.
All right, guys. Well, really appreciate you guys tuning in on the Dr. Marley Chunger show today. Really love that guy. He's a funny guy for sure. So really appreciate him being in the chat and always being so helpful in the swing chat. So I hope you guys can appreciate that, and also him taking his time of the day to be on the chat as well. So that was definitely a lot of gold nuggets. We have this thing recorded, so if you guys want to ask the recording, we're gonna post it up on YouTube. And again, with all of this technical stuff, just contact Trader McCrum, and then he will get that all answered for you guys, and then he's gonna post the links and all that. So if you guys aren't subscribed to our YouTube channel, it's like we're just kind of small, but hey, just subscribe it. We'll try to post more content and all that, so that you guys can study up on some goodies and all that. So other than that, we are coming up to our lunch hours here in about 2 minutes, and yeah, once again, thank you all again for Dr. Marley Chunger, and I think we're going to be watching, I'm going to be watching CEI here, guys, for the afternoon. We're going to take a 2-hour break as usual from 12 to 2 p.m. But, and you guys know it's Friday, so it's been slow. But, thankfully, we still got a very nice play on CEI. Remember this, guys. It's one thing that I want you guys to take away. Look for the stocks that has traded a lot of volume, okay? I think a lot of you guys that may have gotten on my losing alerts, just always pay attention. If you want to increase your chances, go pay attention to where the stock is getting the hurt, meaning where the volume is coming at. Don't try to go in on these ones that, just because it's cheaper, shares or price. Don't do that. Look for the criteria, like we always talk about, where the volume is, how the chart looks good, if the chart has more room to run. You just guys, look into reading the team chat, where the sentiment is, right? If I talk about one stock a lot more, or if there's level 2 placed in and I have the chart listed, that's probably a best chance that, the best probability the stock's going to run up, you know what I mean? Because that means my money's in, a lot of other people's are playing that, and the whole majority of the herd is over there. So volume is what takes the stock price to move, all right? Other than that, thank you so much, and I will be talking to you guys on Money Monday, and Trader McCrum will be coming in at 2 p.m. as usual. All right, I'll be sticking around in the afternoon. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Other than that, happy lunch hours.